Hey everybody, it is Anthony here, and today I'm going to be doing my predictions for the Microsoft's next-gen console announcement here on the 21st of May. So, I've done these in the past with E3 kind of videos. I've done predictions, wishful thinking in there too, and I'm going to do that for this video too. I didn't do one for the PlayStation event. I kind of forgot about doing one of these kind of videos, and I really enjoy doing these because it's cool to see what I might want and then what might actually happen. And I really encourage you guys to leave comments below about what you want to see or what you think might happen. So let me first say what I think is going to happen. I think Microsoft is going to probably show off the controller, and I think it's going to be a trend since Nintendo showed off their controller only first, Sony showed off their controller only first. Microsoft's probably going to show off their controller only first, and then they'll save the whole console for E3, which I'm assuming Sony is doing as well, keeping some buzz, putting that aside so you have some backup reserve hype to build and when you show off that console. And I think that's what Microsoft's going to be doing with the console. They're not even going to show it. They might hint at it. You might see it like how Nintendo did, where it's off to the side next to a TV. But I don't think we're going to see any close-ups of it. I don't think we're going to see price. I don't think we're going to see variable models or anything. We're probably going to see specs of the system, like how Sony did, showing off what kind of power this thing has. We're probably going to see, like I said, that controller. If it's going to do anything different than a standard controller, we don't know. They're probably going to talk quite a bit about Kinect integration. That is my prediction, and that is going off 3-4 years of straight Kinect jibber jabber, basically, at E3s, where they just shove it down your throat. And I'm assuming they're going to do that for this too, because for them, Kinect is worth it. For us, I really don't care about Kinect, but I'm assuming they're going to put a lot of effort and emphasis on the Kinect, and maybe Kinect 2, we might see something like that. Maybe even a whole new peripheral from Microsoft that kind of relates to Kinect or something like that, enhances the experience. That might be just Kinect 2 though. So those are some of my predictions for video games that they're actually going to show. I think the conference, like I said, video games, I think the conference is going to be split up into two basically. It's going to be entertainment and then video games. And I say then video games because Microsoft is really pushing the Xbox more as an entertainment console than an actual gaming console. As you can see, recently you go to the dashboard, games isn't even the first thing that pops up. It's like entertainment, movies, TV shows, that kind of stuff. So I have a feeling Microsoft's going to be pushing entertainment at the beginning. They're going to front load it with all the entertainment / Kinect stuff, and then they're going to show off games. Entertainment wise, we're probably going to see more exclusives like Netflix, or I don't know, whatever you guys use your Xbox for besides games. I don't know what that is. I don't even use it for Netflix anymore. So, like I said, I think they're going to front load it with entertainment, and then once they get to games, I think we're going to see some of the standards. I'm pretty sure, I'd be willing to put money down on this that we're going to see Call of Duty Ghosts there. I'd put money down that they're going to announce it there, because basically any event that Microsoft's done in the past, a big event like E3s or something like that, there's always been a Call of Duty there. And I'm assuming they're going to show off the new Ghosts with the new engine for the next-gen consoles. That's what I'm assuming. Like I said, I would put money down on it. I'm pretty sure we're going to see some new IPs, because right now Microsoft really has no major IPs besides Halo and Gears of War. I mean, there's not really too much that can compete with some of the bigger Sony ones like Uncharted, God of War, Beyond, Last of Us, etc. So I think we're going to see a couple new IPs, maybe from developers that have already made games. I think 343 might show off a new game that isn't Halo. They might have their own game they're working on, whether it be a first-person shooter or something else. I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see some stuff like that. I don't know if we'll see Destiny there, the new Bungie game. But like I said, there's probably going to be a few new IPs in there, a couple old things, like I said, Call of Duty, some of the standard stuff that Microsoft always pushes that gets them a lot of sales. So that's really all I can think of for the predictions that we're going to see. One prediction that let me try to clear this. So let me first preface this by saying there's a lot of the rumors going around about the next console being always online. I have one and only one positive to the next Xbox being an always online system, and it is a long shot, not really even a long shot, but it is a shot of hope for people by having it as an always on Xbox. And let me explain before you start clicking that dislike button, dislike. No, just listen to what I'm saying. There is a possibility that an always online Xbox could be amazing, and let me explain it. So I saw an interview on Revision 3 Games with Adam Sessler and someone, I forget what his name is. He's big in the industry. And he was basically making the comparison of an always online Xbox to how cellular carriers changed the roaming. There's basically no roaming in the US anymore. And the reason for that was basically the carriers were forced into putting up towers in cities that weren't their main targets. Like if AT&T was big in New York and Verizon was big in LA, you wouldn't want AT&T paying the roaming to Verizon because Verizon has the towers in LA if someone traveled there. Little difficult to explain, but so AT&T just sets up towers in LA, and then they don't have to pay Verizon, and then the AT&T customers are also happy there. And that might sound weird, but the explanation to this is if Microsoft has an always online system, they're going to want the best internet for the customers that will always have them connected, always have very high speeds. And what that means is parts of the country that don't have good internet, or parts of the country that don't have competition for internet. Like out here we have just Cox and AT&T, that's it. And what that might do is might bring other companies like Verizon, Fios out here to bring up this new internet, kind of cancel out or just like disregard all of the old marketing, because out here internet's ridiculously expensive and you get hardly any speed with it. So if Verizon comes in with their Fios, you're getting 150, 300 megabit speeds for the same price as my 18 megabits. And the competition will bring the market up into the whole country having faster internet. I know that sounds like a long shot and it might sound confusing. In my head it makes sense. It's a little hard to explain on paper. So I'll link that interview in the description that Adam Sessler did on Rev 3 Games. But that would make more sense than me trying to explain it, because I don't know all the inner workings of how to build up internet markets, how ISPs build their market and keep all that stuff. That's not what I study, or that's not what I do. So wow, that's been quite a long video, I think, and a lot of predictions, a lot of wishful thinkings, one positive to an always online system. So like I said, leave your comments below, and if you watched through this whole thing so far, which I'm probably sure most of you didn't by now, leave some comment, like something that I would know you watched through the whole thing. Just, I want to see if you watched through the whole thing, and don't dislike because of the always online Xbox. I would buy an always online Xbox if that's what it meant, but if Microsoft isn't going for that, I would not buy it because it's always online. So leave your predictions in the comments below, and I will make a video after the Microsoft event covering what happened and if any of my predictions were correct. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care, and bon voyage.